Hello and welcome inside Yost Ice Arena, getting ready for the Michigan Wolverines, ranked number 18th in the country, hosting the number 1 ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Here on WCBN Sports, I'm Alex Drain, joined by Jeremy Parks. Just about 30 seconds to puck drop. These two teams met on Friday night. Michigan prevailed 4-2 in South Bend. Now we're back here in Ann Arbor. And what did you see, Jeremy, that stood out to you from that first game?
Well, like we talked about before we got underway here, Drain, you and I earlier, Michigan dominated 5-on-5 play on Friday in South Bend. So keeping full strength on the ice is of the utmost importance for Michigan again tonight here in a much friendlier confines, sold-out crowd, standing room only here at Yost Ice Arena. But again, more than anything, Michigan needs to stay with 5 skaters on the ice at all times, try and avoid that penalty kill, which Notre Dame took advantage of last Friday in South Bend. But if they get this win, we were talking about this as well earlier, very well could just secure their spot in the NCAA tournament.
Michigan was firmly on the bubble entering this weekend. They're a little bit off of it into the tournament, entering tonight's game thanks to that win. But you always want to have a little bit of room to breathe, and a win tonight could do it. A ruckus crowd, sold out, standing room only, and they're still piling in. The student section, children of Yost, are on their feet and fired up. Getting ready for the opening puck drop. It'll be the two top lines out there. Jake Evans, the captain for the Irish, taking the draw against Cooper Marody for the Wolverines, and Notre Dame wins it back. They quickly chip it into the Michigan zone, goes high and over top of the Wolverines netminder, Hayden Levine. Cale Morris, as usual, in net for the Irish. Puck comes just out to center ice. Danks had it for a quick second, lost it, and Morrison pushed it in. Saccone picks it up along the boards. And then it squirts around behind the left side of the net where Morrison will get to it. Tried to send it around for Evans. Saccone got there. Danks lays a firm check over in the corner on Tyson. And now Saccone trying to chip it out, but it's held in at the line by Notre Dame. They just kind of clear it. They need to get a line change. Hughes picks it up, sends it around to his defense partner, Saccone, who then skates back over to the side, passes it over to Hughes. He cuts across to the circle and then just turns around and waits behind his own net. Aggressive forecheck so far from the Irish, and his pass over to Josh Norris. Norris is going to try to sneak by the right side boards, and he got walled off a little bit, lost the puck as it goes in behind the Notre Dame net, where it's battled for, and that quickly came free. Slaker had an opportunity for it. It goes up by the blue line where it's held in for a second by Piazza, and a shot comes free. Opportunity and a quick save there by Morris. And now some pushing and shoving already between these two teams. A Big Ten rivalry matchup, and they're getting into it.
Dylan Malmquist in there for Notre Dame on the pushing and shoving with Jake Slaker at the end of the play. But Michigan kept in their own zone for the first 60 seconds of play, pretty much, as you said. Notre Dame with good forecheck pressure. So an important shot opportunity created on the other end very quickly after clearing the puck finally from the zone.
So now it'll be the 2 second lines out there, getting ready to take the offensive zone draw. Norris wins it back for the Wolverines to the point to Piazza. He gives it to Norris in the middle. His shot right there. Slaker, an opportunity in front. The puck goes around, and getting the glove down on it to freeze it is Morris. But now Michigan, a couple good scoring opportunities as James Sanchez is in there.
Sanchez was getting a little harassment right in front of the goal there by Malmquist. Really kept him from getting a good stick to the puck right in front. And it'll be a comfortable save in the end for Notre Dame.
Sanchez had really started to become a typical scratch for Michigan, but he's worked his way back into the lineup after the injury to Will Lockwood, who's out for the season after a shoulder surgery. But it really hasn't affected Michigan. They've been on quite a bit of a roll, 7-3-1 in their last 11 games as the draw won by the Fighting Irish, and they'll do a good job to chip it out all the way back down the ice. Icing is waved off. Piazza is back in there along with Martin, but Michigan quickly turns it around. Winborg plays it off the boards where Michigan is down into the corner along the right side of the boards, going in deep for it. Tough to tell from our angle. Boca now holds it at the point. He slings it along. Goes off the back end of the boards behind the goal. Boca still battling for it. Winborg lays a hard check, and Raby managed to hold it in at the line, and now kept in for a second by Brendan Warren as this third line for Michigan, applying some pressure to the Irish, and Boca quickly takes it away at center ice. He rifles one in as Michigan will change over to the fourth line, led by the Pastuov brothers, who connected for a goal on Friday night. Boca on the right side, shot continues to miss the net, looking for those rebounds off the boards to create an opportunity out in front. And now Dawson Cook pushed it into the Michigan defensive zone as the Irish are starting to get a change of their own. And Boca The defenseman is leading the rush for Michigan, plays it off the boards. Will it go in deep? Becker there in the corner. Now back out to Boca and all the way back down where Ciccone will go after it. Icing is waved off. He'll pick it up. Quickly pursued there by Joe Wegworth, who scored a goal himself in the Friday night game, and he's got it along the left side, just kind of hacks away at it. The Irish are not running a full fourth line. They're double shifting and playing with 7 defensemen. So Wegworth, along with Brower, are the only 2 forwards on a fractured part of a fourth line. That pass a little too far for Calderon. A long stretch pass into the Irish zone. His plays pretty competitive so far. Shots 2-0, but now a quick tick away. Calderon, an opportunity, throws it in front for Marodi. They battle for it. It's loose on the side of the net. Danks along with him, just trying to create a chance on the left side of the net. They had an opportunity, and now that pass goes all the way too far for anyone to corral. Goes right in on net on Morris. He puts his glove down on it.
I think Morris got just a piece of the initial shot from Calderon there, got up into the side netting. Marodi trying to figure out where it is, but Cale Morris standing strong so far. 5 shots on net from the Wolverines. None for the Fighting Irish as Levine sitting back comfortably. And again, Michigan so far dominating 5-on-5 play, putting good pressure on net here early in the first period.
The sophomore netminder Morris has been absolutely terrific this season and really has carried the Irish, which is why it's imperative to get an early goal and establish momentum for the Wolverines. Hughes takes a shot through traffic, and it squirts around, and now quickly picked up back the other way they come. Colin Tyson plays it off the boards, looking for Morrison, who picks it up. His centering pass deflected away by Quinn Hughes. Nice defensive play to break up any opportunity. Gross has it along the left side. He skates in. Oh, a shot goes off the pipe. Rattles around, where it'll be picked up by Peak on the other side. A centering pass to no one in particular. Hughes trying to get it out of the zone, and he does. Slaker backhanded pass for Hughes, who then will just fire it back into the Michigan zone where Ciccone had it. Norris brings it on in. Passes deep into the corner. They get it back to the point. Hughes will just try to chip it as Michigan will attempt to hold it in. 5 shots for Michigan, 0 for the Irish on goal, but 1 Notre Dame shot now off the post. They had another one of those on Friday night that went off the crossbar.
Yeah, no shots on net, but by far the best opportunity of the night so far. Might have even been trying to get a redirect from Evans in on net on that one right off the piping.
Martin had a chance to try to keep it in, and now Notre Dame breaks out with it. They come out quickly, and pushed down from behind was Cal Burke, pushed down there by Boca. Now out they come the other way. Calderon crossing the blue line into the offensive zone, and he's going to try to throw it to the short side. Marodi picks it up and flips it out to Luke Martin on the right point, across to Piazza on the left one. He looks for a redirect in front, and it goes in on net for a split second. Now an opportunity in front. They battle away. They shoot. Oh, that one off the pipe. So both teams now have touched some iron in this first period.
Calderon point blank trying to flick that one over the left shoulder of Morris and just unable to get it down underneath that pipe.
Now good opportunities for both teams as that high rising shot by Luke Martin into the catching glove of Morris, and that will stop play for the under 15 timeout.
Really good work by Michigan. Again, Notre Dame had a great look down on the offensive end. Just got over the head of Levine, and then again, coming all the way back down the ice, Michigan responds quickly with a couple of shots that get trapped in behind all the way to the backboard, and Michigan collecting and bringing back right in front. And as we said, Calderon from point-blank range, if he can keep that down another couple of inches, that's the first goal of the night off the iron.
So 8 shots on goal for the Wolverines, 0 for the Irish. Both teams with a pair of shots off the iron. So good opportunities for both squads. But Michigan overall, again, 5-on-5 play. There's been chances for Notre Dame, but as a whole, Michigan continues to really dominate 5-on-5 play against the Irish, and that's a good sign for this game. They came out firing in the Friday night contest, got the early lead, and then pretty much just played defense the whole rest of the night.
Well, no penalties yet, which means the referees are swallowing their whistles a little more than they did on Friday.
Well, on Friday was an interesting contest because there were very few penalties in the first or the third, but the second period, pretty much the entire period was a penalty.
Clean game so far, open and flowing in the first 5 minutes, and Michigan, again, 8 shots to nothing tells you the story so far.
And the draw is won by the Irish, but it's kept in the corner as there's a few bodies there battling for it. Notre Dame wearing their blue away sweaters. Michigan, the home whites. as Stevens creates a rush for Notre Dame, but getting quickly to it is Martin. But that clear opportunity by Warren fanned on it, and it's held in by Notre Dame. Winborg goes in after it. He had a goal, a deflection off of Quinn Hughes' shot on Friday night. And now a pass across too far for the Notre Dame defenseman in the corner. Raby, Winborg, a number of players. And now a quick opportunity. Nardella pass across for a shot, and it's blocked. A nice shot blocked. There getting down was Brendan Warren to block the shot of Nardella, who had a goal on the power play in the game on Friday night. And that pass out to the point just a little bit too far to be held in by Brower.
Good pressure by Winborg to force the turnover.
Nice hit by Boket, goes out to center ice where Becker whacks at it, but unable to fully clear it down, where Jordan Gross goes in after it. Gross, the highest scoring defenseman on this Notre Dame squad. Now in along the boards. Wegworth kicks it out, looks for a cross-ice feed, unable to connect cleanly with Brower. Hughes takes it away, passes over to Ciccone, up to Jack Becker. Becker to Pastuov. That is Michael Pastuov out there with his brother Nick. Michael was the goal scorer off the assist from Nick in the Friday night contest. And Notre Dame quickly gets it out. Pass too far, though, for Wegworth. And turning on a dime is Quinn Hughes, such a smooth skater. He gets out past center ice and into the offensive zone, but had it taken away. Nice job at the blue line by the Irish to form a wall. Stop his progress. He'll just chip it in as both teams are in the process of changing. Out comes the second line for Michigan, led by Norris, as Notre Dame hangs around and waits with it. They've got their first line out there, Jake Evans, and now pass a little bit too far and right on the tape of James Sanchez, who then just chips it deep. There was contact made, so no icing, and it's going to be held in by Piazza on the right point and flipped around, goes off a stick and into the corner where it remains. Battle for it, just they continue to really some nice hard checks there. Dennis Gilbert had one laid on him. Luke Martin steps up. The puck is high in the air in the Michigan zone. No one knew where it was. Now Jake Evans has it. He takes a quick shot and nice save there from Hayden Levine. That's his first save of the night.
Yeah, that's an odd angle. Not going to have a lot of success from that look, Will Evans, but it'll get a nice offensive zone face-off for the Irish after a good job by Morrison to track that puck that kind of hung up in the air that Martin lost. And Notre Dame will have an opportunity to register their second shot on net of the night. It's 8-1 Michigan still.
Strong start for the Wolverines. 12 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in period number one. Cooper Marody is out there, and he wins the draw against Andrew Oglev. Goes over to the boards. Danks just plays it between his own legs as it comes out. Now to center ice, where Danks, and a big check applied there by Martin. Calderon has it, and his long pass across. Looking for Cutler Martin, who is playing in this game, which is a rare appearance for him. Griffin Luce not playing. Puck now in the offensive zone. Marody battling with three Irishmen. And now it goes down into the corner past Gross, and now back into the side, around the right side boards. They continue to just kind of battle for it, and now the puck comes free where it will be picked up by that Irish second line in the breakout.
That's a better job by Cutler Martin to get back and avoid that back pass around the boards. It'll keep Michigan in possession. Michigan defenders known for pinching in, and a good job there.
So the Irish come back out with it just inside the Michigan defensive zone. Cook had it. Nice takeaway by Raby, but then his shot, or his pass attempt to get it out, was blocked by Stevens, where now it rattles around where Stevens picks it back up himself, backhands it in to the defensive zone for Michigan. Irish trying to create sustained offensive pressure as it comes out just past center. Warren had it for a second. Now it comes out Winborg just across the blue line. He weaves into the middle and then taken away by Notre Dame as they're cycling back around. Still the third line out there for Michigan, but now a high rising shot goes up over top of Levine along the boards. Ciccone picks it up, flips it off the boards where it is then battled for, grabbed by Hughes. He put it between the legs of Brower. Now passes it up to Warren along the boards. Wegworth has it there. Nardella picks it up. He's going to fire a slap shot that is blocked. Goes off a stick of a Michigan player. Couldn't tell who it was. And out they come the other way. Jack Becker a shot in. And now another try for the Pastuov on the rebound. Now it comes out behind. They're battled for off the side of the net, where it is loose there for a second. Luke Martin picks it up. He swings it across to Piazza, back to Luke Martin, skates in with it, and the shot is stopped and taken away by Notre Dame. They'll just get past center and just chip it on deep. Joe Webworth goes in after it as Notre Dame will cycle, try to get new players out there. Hands it off to Becker, does Michael Pastrov, who swings it right back to him. Pass a little too far for solid tape-to-tape action. Piazza pinches up, holds it in. Michael Pastrov throws it kind of through the crease. I think it went off of a Notre Dame stick, perhaps, and it will stay in the Michigan offensive zone as they continue to attack. 9:32 remaining in period number one. Scoreless, but the shot's now 11-1 in favor of the Wolverines.
Man, again, it favors Michigan with this wide open play. They've got a lot of speed out there on the ice, and I think you're seeing Michigan just control the pace of play as well, keeping it moving. We're already 10 minutes into the first period with maybe 3 stoppages in play, maybe 4.
Yeah, it's been very, very quick, fast-paced action. As we mentioned, Michigan on a bit of a hot streak. They've really played well since the Great Lakes Invitational when they got Norris and Hughes back from the World Junior Championships. They tweaked some things over Christmas break, and they've been much stronger. Notre Dame, on the flip side, though, they're on a bit of a cold streak, and makes you wonder how concerned Notre Dame should be. They started the season a blazing 19-3-1, but just 3-4-1 in their last 8 games.
Quick intermission break here for the hero of the game. Michigan always honoring veterans here at the home events. Mr. Charles Gross, a Korean War veteran. Always great to see.
Yep. Both teams coming back out of the commercial timeout. This game is on television on Big Ten Network. So lots of coverage. It's been a busy sports weekend. Michigan basketball defeated Ohio State in a huge win down at Chrysler Center this afternoon. 72-60 was the final score.
Women's lacrosse beating Canisius 14-3 earlier today. Michigan softball dropping both their games down in Tallahassee against Florida State and Notre Dame after beating them both yesterday, 2-2 on the weekend.
Held in at the line for Michigan right out of the timeout. Saccone just fires it again, continuing to shoot wide of the net to look for those rebound opportunities for his team. Goes past the stick of Norris. Slaker picks it up, and he's just going to skate into the neutral zone with it. Was pinched off by Notre Dame. Didn't want to make a takeaway. Action continues here. The Irish hold it, and a little wrister off the side of the boards. Gross, and now Saccone slings it. Oh, just a little too far for Slaker, and looks like we're going to have an icing coming. That would have been a potential breakaway opportunity for Slaker, just unable to pick it up.
And again, Michigan's got the right idea. They're really pushing the envelope on these Notre Dame defensemen. As you said, they're only cycling 7, so easier to get some tired legs out there. Michigan try and blow by. Perhaps a little bit later in the game, that pass even more effective as those legs will start to tire down, not working as many bodies in for the Irish.
We got Cal Burke in the faceoff circle for the Irish. He's listed on our line chart as a right winger today, and he sort of wins the draw, but Michigan quickly took it away, and they're going to get a quick change out of that icing. Hughes played it off the boards. As Notre Dame will set back up, Dennis Gilbert holds it behind his own net, and that pass is just errant. Quickly taken away by Tony Calderon, and now Michigan continues to just attack inside the Notre Dame zone. Marodi backhands it, looking for Calderon, who picks it up behind the red line, and now a nice pass across to Saccone. Finds him right away. A shot, redirected in on net. Morris just got a piece with the pad to keep it out. Shot number 12 now for Michigan as Danks had it for a second, lost it, got pushed from behind, and now Notre Dame will try to break out with it. Malmquist passes into the neutral zone, and out they come the other way. And a nice across. Oh, and a good save by Levine on Cal Burke, the center by Oglev. And Burke got across to get a pad on it.
Stick right where it needed to, right in front of the pad of Levine, and a good job by the Wolverines netminder to keep it down and keep it scoreless.
Notre Dame has not had many shot opportunities in this game, but when they've had a couple of really nice ones. Quality looks as that puck pushed by Michigan out to center ice, where Evans will turn around with it, play it off the boards to Bronner, along with Wegworth. Evans short shifting with the fragmented fourth line. Warren goes in there. Raby. Saccone lays a check. Michigan trying to get it out, and where Hughes had a chance to take it away, He lost it for a second. Now it is taken away, and out it comes. Dakota Raby out to center ice. He cuts across the blue line. Nice little pass and a shot opportunity redirected in front. And now held in at the line. A shot by Martin and a save. And some pushing and shoving in front as Winborg camped out, looking to get a redirect goal like he had on Friday night, unable to do so. Faceoff will stay in the Notre Dame end.
Nardella and Winborg again. We've seen a lot of chippiness so far in this game. It hasn't boiled over yet, but there's a lot of passion out on the ice there. Notre Dame trying to avoid a sweep with that #1 ranking. And Michigan priming, as we talked about, to get a secured spot within the NCAA tournament. So a lot sitting out there right now for both sides.
Nick Pastuov to take the draw with brother Michael to his right and Jack Becker to his left. He loses the draw to the Irish, and out they come the other way. Cook follows it in along with Jack Jenkins and Matt Steves. Battle along the sideboards, and now Nick Pastuov just chips it out into center, just what he needed to do to clear the rush, where Gross will skate along with it. The Michigan end, it got tipped up. Grabbing it with his glove was Boca, and now the puck comes out just a tad before stepping up and shooting it back into the Michigan zone was Helix, and that long stretch pass did get a piece of a Michigan stick, so there will be no icing down in the Notre Dame zone where the Irish trying to get it out, and it's held in for a second. Along the boards, does Becker. He's looking for a center. Nice pass across from Michael Pastuov, and now a shot from a weird angle is secured by Cale Morris. That is now save number 14 on the night, I believe, to update the scoreboard graphic. But with 6:04 remaining, still scoreless, but Michigan continues to just dominate.
And again, a great job by Michigan forechecking, keeping that puck in the offensive zone. And Becker had the right pass across, trying to find a stick. And it wound up being a shot from behind the back line, actually.
I think they're calling it a shot wide and then just a hold by Morris to freeze the puck as it's sent around behind the Notre Dame zone. Holding it for a second was Slaker. Backhands it behind himself for his line mate Norris. A pair of youngsters out there with James Sanchez, who's a sophomore himself. Luke Martin pinches up to hold it in, and he does so. Norris gives it behind to Slaker. Back behind to Norris. He waits with it, and he goes in front. Just a backhand opportunity. The puck comes free, and now held in there. Slaker, his shot is blocked. Luke Martin didn't quite step up fast enough to hold it in the offensive zone. They'll settle it down at the neutral zone. And now Norris brings it in past the blue line. Deflected tip shot goes up high and over the net. Battled in down behind. Slaker has it and lost it. Quickly taken away there in a nice play by Cam Morrison. But now taken away at the neutral zone. Slaker has it. He takes a quick shot off the pad of Cale Morris. Now thrown in front. The puck rattled around. But Notre Dame continues to really have trouble clearing this puck out.
Michigan has not made a single clear easy for the Irish tonight, and it has done wonders in terms of keeping that puck down low and creating opportunities. 15-2 are the shots right now with 4:50 remaining in the first period.
Tyson was the one pushing that puck into the Michigan zone. He fell down. Michigan had a little bit of a rush, not much, and a nice little move to the middle, and a shot goes high and rising over the top. Levine stands tall, and it went over his head. Marody just gives it off to Danks, who lost it out to center ice, where it is then taken away for a split second by Burke. Goes out past the big block M at center ice, where Marody had an opportunity to get it, but Notre Dame quickly took it away. A pair of defensemen passed it between each other as Malmquist follows it in. Levine had it behind his own net and pursued. Just kind of awkwardly threw it to the side. Gilbert had a shot opportunity, but it was blocked. Michigan blocked 21, I believe, shots in that game on Friday night. That was really their strategy on the power play, or the penalty kill when Notre Dame was on the power play. It wasn't the most effective, but they do cut off quite a few shooting angles as Cook throws that one into the Michigan zone, goes wide of Levine, and an opportunity for a redirect in front. Tipped aside. Raby just puts it off the boards, and now they chip it up high over the head of Brendan Warren, down past the Notre Dame blue line as they recollect, where Bobby Nardella will hold it. Going to the ice, down goes Warren. And now pursued are Notre Dame, but a great job there by Cutler Martin just to get together, wall off the Notre Dame rush. And with 3.5 remaining, still struggling to enter the Michigan zone are the Irish. Jack Jenkins takes a shot, saved by Levine. And now pass over to the middle. Brendan Warren goes in after it, and he hits it just far enough out to center ice, and now that puck goes all the way down. Michigan's got to win the run, but they do not. Icing waved off, going hard into the boards is Nick Boca, and he looks hurt, or at the very least slow to get up. Yeah.
He took a really ugly fall down onto his leg there as he got tangled up heading into those backboards with Ogilvy.
Perhaps his ankle. Ogilvy takes a shot, and now it goes over to the point. Another opportunity for Ogilvy goes wide with their first really good look, and it's basically all because Boca went down. He's now back to his find a way to get it out. Ogilvy lays it down for an opportunity for Brower. He slings it across, and that's shot right into the belly of Levine. That's his fourth save of the night as Cutler Martin is jawing with, tells that 21, that'd be Joe Wegworth.
And Boca trying to put some pressure, it looks like on his right skate, maybe his left, I can't quite tell. He's got his stick down almost like a walking cane behind the net as he is very slowly inching his way back over towards the Michigan bench, and that is not good for the Wolverines junior defenseman.
Well,
the draft selection of the Minnesota Wild, and he is going to put no weight on that ankle as he heads back over to the bench.
We've been told on the Jumbotron that there will be a presentation of the Michigan marching band down on the ice. They told fans to please stay in their seats the moment the first period ends to allow the band easier access to the ice. So some interesting entertainment here in the intermission. Only 2 minutes, 31 seconds remain in a first period, largely dominated by Michigan, but still a few good looks for the Irish, 15-4 the shots.
And they are still taking a look over at Boca down on the bench. They've got medical staff talking to him. He's obviously a hockey player. He'll try and stay on, but boy, he could not really skate on that leg. He was just planting himself in front of net after taking the hit and basically making himself a mass to block anything, but moving very slowly left to right, trying to screen in.
They'll probably let him sit on the bench until the end of the period and see how he is in the intermission.
See if he's pressed into service at all.
So the draw now between Norris and Jake Evans, and Josh Norris does win it, controlled there by Martin as he just slaps it around the board. Slaker pass across to Piazza, out to Luke Martin. And a long stretch pass in for Slaker. He brings it past the blue line, going to snake along the boards. Slaker turns around with it, gets hit hard from behind. And now a battle on the sideboards. Norris had it taken away, and out comes Morrison. Puck battled with Luke Martin, but Slaker comes in from behind to take it away. Now out to the point to Gross. His shot is blocked, and it goes over to the boards. That theme of blocked shots. Norris lost a stick. He's got to get a new one. Michigan's got to get a full change as it comes across to Gross. Gross puts on the brakes, looks for the trailer. A shot goes wide. An opportunity to the side of the net. And a sprawling save by Levine. I don't think that second chance opportunity quite got in on net, but he did a great job. And now Notre Dame an opportunity and a look and a save by Levine. Ooh, he did not have much possession of that puck, but they gave him the whistle anyway.
No, he was pretty busy as well. He got himself all the way out of net, too, when that puck went behind. Left himself completely uncovered, had to scramble back and then make the very, very soft save, if you'll call it that. Just getting the trapper, too.
Benefit of the doubt. 15-6 shots now, and we're starting to see Notre Dame kind of press a little bit and be a bit better offensively, which is reassuring to see if you are an Irish fan or their head coach, Jeff Jackson, in his 13th season and Notre Dame's first season in the Big Ten. And now a shot is blocked down in front by Michigan. They continue to just get bodies in front and take away lanes. Sacconi's pass, I think it was for Marodi, a little too far for him as it goes into the Irish zone. They hold it, pass it around with each other, and now out they come to center ice. Pass all the way across looking for Malmquist. He puts on the brakes, a shot, and an easy save there by Levine. Just puts the trapper down on it. 1:10 remaining in period number one. Michigan 0, Notre Dame 0.
Michigan starting to come back to level with Notre Dame here. The offensive production has dropped off just a little bit in the last couple minutes here, winding down to the end of the period. Notre Dame catching up. It's 15-7 on shots, and Michigan is yet to have a good look in the last several minutes.
Nick Pastuov wins the draw back. Hughes taps it to Sacconi, up to Becker, and now it comes out just past the blue line where both Pastuovs go in after it. Nick lost his stick, and Hughes will just chip it in on Cal Morris. He'll shovel it aside with his blade of his stick, and it looks like we have a, I don't know, I guess it was offsides. Referee's arm was in the air for a second, but no penalty call. It looks like, unless the next 45 seconds changes, we might go without a single penalty taken in this first period by either team. Piazza battling, and he gets pushed down. Becker plays it off the boards, trying to go to himself, and now it's going to go all the way back down where it'll be shoveled aside. And now it looks like we will have a penalty on Michigan, I guess. Cal Morris has left his net, and the penalty will be called. 21.9 seconds remaining. Just couldn't quite finish a penalty-less period. I'm not sure who it's going to be. Nothing stood out to me.
Nobody heading to the box yet. The door also not open yet.
Now it looks like it's going to be Michael Pastuov.
They didn't signal the call either for what he's headed to the bin for. It's a 2-minute minor up on the screen here.
Interesting. We'll have to see what the call is. 21.9 seconds remaining. This is a key kill for Michigan just to get to the intermission. And they need to continue to battle. Slashing is the call on Pastuov.
He was pretty off play most of the time, so again, didn't really see the call there.
Slaker had it on the sideboards, trying to chip it out, and he did not yet. Couldn't quite get it out. 14 seconds left. Notre Dame, nice stretch pass across. Jake Evans battles in front. Nice job by Norris to get in there, scoop it, and wrist it away. 5 seconds remaining for the Irish. They just got to shoot. That one goes wide. An opportunity. Short angle look. They battle around for it, and that will end the first period. Some nice looks for Notre Dame. They're in deep, but that will end the first period of play. Our score, Michigan 16, Notre Dame 8.
Boy, those last 17 seconds, Michigan had to fend off a hot man advantage attack from the Fighting Irish, and right in front of the blue, in front of Hayden Levine. No sticks to put it home, but Notre Dame looked very threatening just in the first few seconds of that power play. They're going to have a minute 39 when the second period opens, but boy, oh boy, Michigan's going to have to look out.
Have to be careful, and they got to be, I think, more aggressive on the penalty kill.
But that'll do it for the first period. It's a scoreless game. Michigan really controlled the first period, but couldn't break through.
Had a couple opportunities, the shot off the post, but not quite able to get the big goal they needed. But we'll be back into the second period in just a little bit.
Back in 15 minutes on WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan men's hockey. We'll be back in a few. Go Blue.
And we are back here, ready for the second period between Michigan and Notre Dame. Our score, Michigan 0, Notre Dame 0 shots. In that first period, Michigan 16, Notre Dame 8. It was really about 15 minutes to start the period of constant Michigan pressure, then a strong Notre Dame push there at the end of that first. They draw a penalty, slashing on, was it Michael Pastuov?
Yep.
He sits in the box. There will be a minute 39 remaining on the penalty.
And again, in the last 17 seconds of the first period, where Notre Dame started that power play, was extremely awkward for Michigan on that man advantage. Hayden Levine stood on his head for a couple tough shots inside, had to fight off a few different opportunities. So Michigan going to have to put their kill line out there, sit back and defend for the opening couple of minutes without giving way. They really did dominate the first period, and now trying to come back here in the second and keep the board scoreless until they can get back to 5-on-5.
Well, it starts with a good penalty kill. They have struggled with that at times this season. They did on Friday night against Notre Dame. Notre Dame enters with, I believe, the 17th best power play in the nation. Notre Dame is 18-1-2 when they get the first goal. So Michigan's got to do a good job of preventing Notre Dame from cashing in here on this first power play. Michigan overall, like in Friday night's game, has really been the better team in 5-on-5 play overall. Pastuov went back into the box as both teams are out. Michigan will start with 4 skaters out there. Norris will be the centerman, joined by Slaker. Those two speedy. The reason Michigan has been good at times on the penalty kill when they have succeeded, they've been able to use the speed, stretch the ice. They need to work on getting it out, as that draw won by the Irish. Jake Evans wins it back, and they quickly chip it on into the Michigan zone, where it gets swung around, looking to set up and go to business. In the right corner, pursued Notre Dame, and out comes out Gross over across to Nardella. Nardella skates to his left. He passes across from Gross, and a nice poke check there from Jake Slaker, but he just couldn't get it out. It was on the blue line where it was held in there by Notre Dame, quickly chipped out by Michigan, and they set back up. About 1 minute remaining here in the Notre Dame power play. Nardella leaves it behind himself for his defense partner, Gross. Gross skates right into the center, leaves it behind for Evans, across to Nardella. A one-timer, a shot goes high and over top the net. Levine might have gotten a piece of it, and now it comes out to center ice. Dakota Arabia on a chase, but Cal Morris comes right out and just plays it behind himself and lets his skaters set back up. 40 seconds remaining. Jake Evans pass over to the center where Notre Dame will set up. Nardella with an opportunity. He's positioned in the center. They've got Gross off to the right. And that's where they'll go with it. A man in front as well. Nardella. They continue to just kind of pass it across. The puck comes right out in front, and Levine puts his trapper down and secures it.
And that little dribbler into the basket for Levine, just the first shot on net here in the second period. With the
if you want to call it a shot on net.
Right. So exactly the point, that Notre Dame really being held here by Michigan in the first minute or so of the kill here in the second period, and they've only got 20 seconds left to make some magic happen.
So 20 seconds remaining in the power play for the Irish. Norris unable to win the draw, so Notre Dame will set right back up. Nardella now out there with Hellickson. And now a little pass opportunity in front. Hellickson a shot, and that one is going to be saved by Levine. It looked like he didn't quite have it for a second.
He did not. It came up in the breadbasket, knocked it down, and landed right in front of him between the pads. Wound up putting the glove on it just in time as Notre Dame realized that he didn't know where it was. There was a poke there from Wegworth. But now with 8 seconds left, that's just the second shot on here.
Mel Pearson is going to yank his forwards off. Slaker and Norris will head to the bench. Cooper Marody to take the draw. And he is able to kind of win it. It goes off to the side. And now Michigan quickly does clear. And 2 seconds, the power play is over. Michael Pastuov comes out of the box. He comes sprinting off as Michigan's going to get a full change. Get fresh legs out there. They kill off that crucial penalty. And without really a whole lot of great chances for the Irish as we got a quick offsides. Notre Dame entered a little bit too soon, so the faceoff will come just outside the Michigan end.
Yeah, great work by Michigan to come back out here. They had it drawn up well in the locker room, sticking in front of their men, blocking all the shot opportunities Notre Dame could find. And again, just really one shot on net and then one dribbler into the glove of Levine, and that'll do it for the first power play of the game for the Irish.
Cooper Marody wins the draw back. Hughes is going to skate up with it. Looked like he was trying to find a Calderon. Didn't quite get it there. Notre Dame intercepted the pass, and now it goes back into the Michigan end. Hughes pass over to Calderon at the neutral zone. Now taken by Danks. He skates in just past the blue line. Picked up by Marody along the boards where he gets quickly walled off. Notre Dame a nice job to defend in their own zone and now break out to center where a little just a chip pass and a shot off the side of the net. Not sure if it even hit Levine at all. And Michigan quickly brings it out themselves. A sort of a 3-on-2 opportunity. They look for the trailer Hughes and they hit him, but just unable to really get him much in stride. Michigan gets a full change as Notre Dame holds it in their own defensive zone. Peek along the boards and just taken back away. Michigan doing a good job to stifle the Notre Dame rush right now in the neutral zone, but the same can be said for the Irish too. Peek passes across to Dennis Gilbert, and Gilbert blocked, and now an opportunity for Michigan. Nick Pestrov leaves it to Michael, and a shot is blocked right into a body. I think it would have been better if Nick had taken the shot himself.
Yeah, and getting down in front there, a really nice job for Notre Dame from Peaky.
And it looks like we're going to have a penalty coming to Notre Dame. It'll be Michigan's first power play. Leaving is Levine. He leaves his net, but quickly touching are the Irish. So Michigan's going to have their first power play of the game. Not sure what the call is. Looks like it's going to be Steves going to the box.
Thought I might have seen another slashing there. The hands moving from your head referee down there on the ice. Referee for tonight's game, Joe Carasoni.
That'll be the freshman Matt Steves of Bedford, New Hampshire. Played with Muskegon in the USHL. Headed off to the box.
The old Lumberjacks.
Yep.
Over in Muskegon. But yeah, it'll be 2 minutes. We'll double check the penalty call here in just a second. But a prime opportunity now for Michigan to take advantage of a game that they've played very well in so far.
Norris wins the draw. Boca gets it the right point. Piazza passes it across to Slaker. They go down low to Norris. Norris skates with it. And now he's going to go inside to Slaker. And a pass, the centering went right through. I think got a piece of Becker, perhaps. It goes up into the netting and out of play. They're going to bring the faceoff out of the offensive zone and just past the blue line.
The penalty on Steves was for boarding.
Gotcha.
So not slashing hands, but boarding hands.
Perhaps it happened over there in that corner we couldn't quite see. Norris up against Evans. Norris put his stick down too early. He'll be kicked out. Slaker will come in to take the draw instead against Evans. And it is won back by the captain, Jake Evans. And a quick clear, nicely done by the Irish. Piazza goes in after it as a nice little forecheck there for Notre Dame. Creating some havoc. Jake Evans continuing to pursue, and now they'll swap their forwards off as Michigan will set up the attack. Piazza skates with it. He hits Slaker, but not sure what that plan was. And now the Irish have a sort of a 4-on-4 as lost behind the play is Jake Slaker, but the defenseman will not come in with the rush, and they'll get a quick change. Michigan digs it out. A little bit sloppy of a power play so far.
About a minute in, nothing registered. Michigan's got to slow it down here, get an opportunity.
Becker plays it off the boards and then just quickly taken away by Jake Evans, and he clears it all the way back down.
Really subpar so far here in the power play for Michigan.
Well, Notre Dame continues to do a good job keeping Michigan from entering the defensive zone properly. Piazza now is just going to do a little dump and chase. Ciccone is the first one in there, and now grabbing it is Danks, plays it off the boards over to Cooper Marody. He skates over to the right side, and a shot! Save there by Morris. Nice deflection, I think, in front. But he'll grab it. 32 seconds remain on the power play.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Michigan's looking for. Danks was down in front trying to get that redirect, but just couldn't get it to go. But finally getting that cycle set up creating an opportunity at the point for Marodi to dump it in, something that they didn't have for the first minute and 30 seconds of that power play.
Marodi to take the draw, Ciccone at the point, and that is won by the Irish, but a nice job by Joe Ciccone to keep it in. Marodi looks across to Quinn Hughes, but Hughes had it, lost it, and then Notre Dame takes it away. That's just a rough play there for Michigan. Hughes could have had an opportunity to set something up, and this is going to come close to the end of the power play. 15 seconds remain. Dexter Danks continues to just be harassed over there. Notre Dame getting a little bit more physical. Marodi slows it down, though. He cuts over to the middle. Stretch pass across Danks, Ciccone. Now over to Marodi, who puts on the brakes. Power play is over, but Hughes is going to fire across. Oh, and a great look for Ciccone. A one-time, what a feed from Quinn Hughes to find him. And Ciccone will take a shot of his own over the boards. Hughes will now play it down behind, looking for Calderon, who will pursue with it, leaves it behind himself for Danks. Danks holds it, turns around, continues to just kind of get battled with. And now Marodi pass across to Hughes. Hughes holds it in at the line, skates over to his right side, which he's so smooth, keeping opportunities alive with the skates. Cutler Martin, his shot is blocked in front, and Notre Dame will now carry out. Steves, who is out of the box, chips it down, and do we have too many men, perhaps? Or an icing? I'm not sure exactly what. Yep,
I think it's going to be an icing call brought back. It was pretty close, but
they were grabbing someone off the bench, and so I wasn't sure exactly what it was, but it will be an icing. So we don't get our commercial break. Instead, we have to wait around for another draw where the third line checking in. Winborg will take the draw against Jack Jenkins, and Jenkins is able to win it, and the chip out by the Irish will go all the way back down. If it misses Levine, it'll be another icing, and it does. So we'll do it all the way back down again.
Michigan played better 5-on-5 after that power play ended than they did with the man advantage. So,
well, they finally got into the offensive zone and sort of settled down.
Something to keep an eye on throughout this game. Again, that was a really poor power play for Michigan. After Notre Dame's power play looked strong but could not score.
Special teams been an issue for Michigan. Seems as if they've spent a lot of time working on 5-on-5, which granted is more important, and they just haven't had as much time to work on the special teams aspect. A lot of improvement this season for the Wolverines as the season has gone on. Now Steves brings it out for the Irish, and he'll just chip it off the boards after 2 icings. Notre Dame hungry to get off and get fresh skaters out there. Adam Winborg chips it in for Michigan. Goes just to the left of Cale Morris. He'll put his stick out there and touch it. And now Notre Dame brings it out. Now an opportunity, potential 2-on-1, but they go right in on Levine. An opportunity, a shot in front, and a nice save by Hayden Levine. 2 men down there, and now pushing and shoving. Raby going at it, punches thrown. Winborg also in there. I can't tell who it is for the Irish that's back there.
Well, Burke tried to get it in there first on Levine, and he got blocked up inside. And then coming down in deep, I think it was Dello actually coming in to try and secure the rebound and put it home. And he got into it with Raby after. So I think it was Dello both on the second opportunity and then also on the pushing and shoving and some punches into the boards as Raby is going to skate off. Dello will skate off.
They'll both be put in the box as we get our under 15 timeout. 13:03 remaining in period number 2. Shots 18-12 in favor of Michigan.
So, well, both of them are in the box. Notre Dame will be down to 6 defensemen.
Calderon coming out to talk with the referee as the captain, and out comes Jake Evans, the Irish captain. They'll both chat with the officiating crew.
The children of Yost with a bit of a Hawaiian theme tonight on some of the student section down there.
Most still wearing maize, though, and it was a maize out down at Chrysler for the basketball game. And
WCBN Sports Zone Austin Falco down there on the Jumbotron.
Got to wonder how many of the folks who were at the basketball game are here at the hockey game. Probably quite a few.
Well, as we said, standing room only as you look up to the high ends here on the grandstands at either end of Yost, and there's folks standing all the way around the railings up top. So it's a big home game here for Michigan, and as we mentioned already, big day in general for the Maize and Blue on all sides of athletics. A lot of competitions. Can't remember really a day in recent history that's been this deep
Well, we did have a good day back in January when Michigan swept Minnesota and Michigan's basketball team beat MSU. That weekend was pretty good. This one's going to come close, though. We'll see how this game finishes up. So you got a pair of 2-minute minors. It's a 4-on-4 action, which suits the Wolverines well, and a shot by Martin goes right into the belly of Morris. They use their speed, and they put out Norris and Slaker to really stretch the ice, and Will Lockwood too, but he's hurt now.
Again, after the play, the captain for the Irish, Jake Evans, trying to go Jake Slaker into a little action. Again, as we saw with Raby and Dello down there, the tensions are high between these two sides, and if either team could draw an important player off the ice, it's not a terrible move there by Evans.
No, not at all. Norris loses the draw, but quickly breaks out and tries to grab it, but it swings around the boards. Piazza could have tried to pinch in, but he did the smart play and the safe one, which was just to stay back. Now he's going to bring it out past center into the offensive zone. He's going to take a shot himself right into the chest of Morris, who just squeezes it. 1:28 remaining on the 4-on-4 action, 12:31 to go in the second period.
Yeah, that one's just too easy. That's a straight-on shot. That's 99 times out of 100 there for Notre Dame and for Cale Morris.
So Michigan's going to change up their alignment. Out go Slaker and Norris. Or no, yes. Slaker and Norris go off. It's going to be Nick Pastuov and Sanchez on. Draw one by the Wolverines. Ciccone, a quick opportunity. That one is blocked. Never really got close. Hit off of Sanchez. And I think an Irishman out in front of the net. Might have been Cal Burke it hit off of in front.
Nick Pastuov, good pressure down there in the corner on Gilbert.
And they battle away at it. Sanchez and Pastuov both down there. Nice job by Nick Pastuov to take that puck away, but then he had his own pocket picked by Burke. Jack Jenkins brought it out. Hughes has it, and he'll skate with it. He's real fast, and here he comes up across the blue line. He's going to skate in with it himself. Pulls in front of the net. Oh, and he just couldn't finish it.
That's a defenseman.
Yep.
How about that, Quinn Hughes? Close. Couldn't pull the trigger right across the face, though.
A very smooth skater, using his speed to burn by the defenseman and try to make kind of a Bobby Orr play out in front. The Irish recontrol. Wade and Gilbert out there. And now Burke skates up with it. Nice job, though, defensively by Ciccone, standing tall, getting his stick in the way, taking it away right away. And now Hughes picks it up. Ciccone leaves it behind himself for Hughes, who will just hold it. 15 remaining in the 4-on-4 as it slowly ticks down. Ogilvie watches him in front of the net. And now a long stretch pass up for Tony Calderone. He's one-on-one, tries a little toe drag to get past the defenseman. Ooh, and an almost dangerous play, and out come the Irish the other way. Out of the box of the two men, and a shot goes high up. Nice job by Hayden Levine to get the shoulder up there. And now going down in the corner is Nick Boca. Puck comes out, and here it comes to the side. Dakota Raby fresh out of the box. He's got quick legs, works down low. Cutler Martin going to step right up, and his shot is deflected away by Gross as it goes in by the boards. Battling away, Raby and Marodi trying to dig it out from the corner, and he goes down hard, does Raby, as the Irish do end up getting it out, but walled off. Boca is a nice firm check there at center on Colin Tyson, but the Irish pursue, and it goes down into the corner where it looks like Tyson and can't tell, I think it's Evans down there in the corner. Quickly comes out, though, for Notre Dame. They reset their guys at center, and here they come the other way. Pocket picked there for second by the Irish, and Michigan just continuing to a lot of ping-pong ball right now. That shot deflected, goes high up and over top the Michigan net. Now they come the other way. Danks past center ice into the offensive zone. And, that clear attempt, I think, by Notre Dame just went high and over the boards into the crowd. The referees will get a new puck. It was not deflected by Michigan, so it will go down into the Irish end, where a face-off will be held to the left of Cale Morris with 9:49 remaining in period number 2. Shots now 20-13 in favor of Michigan. Both teams still looking for that first goal. Nick Pastuov won it to the side. Jack Becker wasn't able to corral it, and Tyson is quick on it. Gets passed around and now set back up. Goes over to the middle. Piazza lays it behind himself. And now quickly taking away an opportunity now for Burke. Puts on the brakes, and now an opportunity for Nardella, and he takes a shot. Didn't get a deflection in front like the Irish wanted. Goes right into the belly of Levine, and he hangs on. We get our under 10 timeout.
Looking for it down there was Bo Brower. Tried to get that stick poked out there. Again, not a terrible look for Notre Dame. This game is really evened out. Michigan started off as the main aggressor. They really held the pace of play, and it's really become more of a 50-50 game here in the second period.
You know, Notre Dame is the #1 team in the Big Ten by record. 15-4-1 on the season in the Big Ten. And for Michigan, you know, to really have outplayed Notre Dame multiple times this season now and continue to hang with them is a good sign for the team overall and the improvements and the progression they've made this season as the year has gone on. As we look at the Big Ten standings, Notre Dame has clinched the #1 seed. They have 50 points despite this slow second half of the season. Their blazing start to the Big Ten campaign, 14-0, secured them the title pretty much before it even began. Michigan has clinched a top 4 seed, so they will host a first-round series. Ohio State is clinched #2, so Michigan will either be 3 or 4. Likely Minnesota will be the other 3 or 4, depending on how the final standings shake out. Michigan's playing their last Big Ten game tonight. They will host Arizona State for 2 next weekend. Notre Dame has 2 remaining on their schedule. They will take on next weekend 2 games that don't really matter. Michigan State at home. Those should be easy win opportunities for the Irish. Then they'll get the bye in the first round and then play potentially the winner of the 4-5 matchup. Evans take the draw against Norris, and it is won back by the Wolverines. Piazza plays it around and to Hughes or Slaker, and then it goes across to Luke Martin. Slaker skates just in past the blue line. Nice pass over to Sanchez, right back to him. Slaker, oh, they looked for Norris in front. Centering pass was just not able to hit him, but Michigan chips it deep. Norris, opportunity for Slaker in front, unable to connect with him. Nice firm check applied there by James Sanchez. Piazza across to Martin, who then throws it across and taken away by Jake Evans, but he was offsides. Carried it in too quick. That was a nice look, though, for Michigan.
Back on the other end, that's the best look Michigan has seen since back in the first period. Again, coming right across the face of goal, and there have been several opportunities in this game for Michigan to finally put their noses out in front. But again, another missed chance right in front of Cale Morris.
As we talked about in the first period of action, both teams very early on in the game hit the post. 2 opportunities, one for each team to kind of establish themselves and grab the early momentum, but both rang off. Otherwise, the goalies have been very good in this game. Not a whole lot of super hard saves to make, but they've stood tall and consistent.
Puck goes up and out of play. It'll stay in the defensive zone for Michigan.
Levine in his net, watching the action. Marodi takes the draw. He's got Calderon along with him. Ciccone and Hughes all down there. And Ciccone quickly grabs it, plays it behind himself where he knows his defense mate Hughes is. For much of the early part of the season, Hughes and Luke Martin played together. But since this second half, it has been consistently Ciccone and Hughes, and they worked well together. Long stretch pass gets deflected right in on net, and Morris puts his trapper on it. So the faceoff will come into the Notre Dame zone as we switch ends.
Play kind of slowed down here as well. Things moving not quite the same way they did back in the first. We played really the whole first period with single digits in stoppages, but now things coming back to kind of a happy medium.
Marodi to take this draw with Evans. They battle away at it, and Evans is the one who's able to win it for the Irish. Now comes out to the point. Hughes has it, swings it across to Ciccone, plays it off the boards, looking for Danks down low. Michigan looking to create an opportunity here with their top line and main offensive powerhouse unit out there. Irish take it away, and Ogilvie brings it out to center. And into the Michigan offensive zone, walled off by Hughes, and a shot goes just wide of Levine. Might have gotten a piece of it as it missed on the short side. Now trapped in the corner. Puck comes free, and a shot is blocked, and here's an opportunity. Marodi's on the rush, perhaps a 2-on-1, but some trailing Irishmen, and he leaves it behind for Calderon. They decide to slow it down and set up the attack. Hughes is in trouble along the blue line. He's just going to have to skate out to center ice with it. And we've got a stick thrown in the air.
Lost that off the play. It looked like it was the stick belonging to Gilbert, who lost his stick actually a few minutes ago as well in play. Perhaps a little slippery on the mitts there, but either way, play's going to stop.
Looks like an interference perhaps on Marodi. He's going to go to the box.
Well, I guess it'll be a 2-minute penalty against Michigan, and it'll be the second penalty kill the Wolverines will have to face tonight.
Not really sure what happened. It's just a stick went flying up into the air.
It was a burned opportunity for Michigan on a good double team by Notre Dame. Malmquist was up there as well as Cal Burke.
So Evans is talking with the official. Norris, though, wins the draw. That's a big win for Michigan, and they quickly clear it on down. Norris is going to go in after it. Cal Morris has to come out for it. We got a interesting play. Morris comes out and just chips it off to the side with his paddle. They leave it behind Nardella. Bobby Nardella had it taken away by Dakota Raby. Nice forecheck here for Michigan thus far. Norris won that draw for the Wolverines and right away went straight off to get Wimborg and Raby on. Killed off about 30 seconds as Notre Dame just now back into the offensive zone trying to set something up. And a shot goes off of Levine. Nice save there. And it rattles over to the right side. That's shot number 16 for the Irish. Gross has it. Passes it across, and Ogilvie, deflection in front. Perhaps Malmquist got a piece, but it deflects off of Levine. Michigan needs to find a way to clear it. That goes right into the glove of Levine. He sees it. They always say your best penalty killer is your goalie.
He tried to go far side low, trying to sneak it over top of the kick pad of Levine, but a good job there on the shot from the point from Nardella.
Levine has had pretty good view of these. He's been seeing the puck well. About half of the penalty killed off, 109 remaining on the Notre Dame power play. 6:53 remaining in period number 2, still scoreless. Norris wins the draw back and another big face-off win. That's his second big face-off win. And now they got an opportunity. Norris out by himself. A shot, and a good save by Cale Morris. Had to lay out for it. Full extension.
Got to get back up and get back. He fell into the boards after the shot.
And that pass behind by the Irish, a little too far. Now Fanning on it with a look. And now a shot goes high and over top by Gilbert. Slaker going to try to chip it out, and he falls down. We've got 37 seconds remaining on the power play. 6:19 remaining in period number 2. Battled down in the corner, just continuing to hammer away at each other. Are these two teams nice and physical? Dello holds it, and he continues to play catch as they just kind of cycle around looking for a shot. And that one, a big rebound with an empty net, potentially, but unable to put it in for the Irish. As they continue to cycle around, Gilbert looks for an opportunity. They go back out to him. He skates behind himself. 5 seconds, 4 on the power play. They're going to get one more look. Dello a shot. It's rebound and a grab by Levine. Power play is over. They kill it off. Not the best looking penalty kill of all time, but
Hayden Levine really, especially that last shot at the end there, standing on his head. The young sophomore out of Brampton, Ontario for the Wolverines, keeping him in it after a couple really nice looks for the Irish on that power play. Comes to nothing. It's still scoreless, and Michigan sitting pretty.
Draw one, though, by the Irish. They'll continue to get on the attack. We got a broken stick. It looks like it was the stick of Nick Pastuov that got broken in the corner. Michigan needs to get it out, and they do find Michael Pastuov. Plays it off the boards to himself to get by Nardella. Hellickson grabs it. Matt Hellickson, not the pitcher. Irish come on in with it. Morrison plays off the boards. They continue to go in with Colin Tyson. Notre Dame looks for a center in front. Quickly taken away, though, by Quinn Hughes. He saw that one all the way, and out comes Hughes. He lays it off to Michael Pastuov. They had a trailer off to the side they could have tried to hit. Didn't quite connect with him. Morrison, Tyson go in on the attack for Notre Dame. Hughes slows down, puts on the brakes, and they'll set up the attackers the other way. Nick Pastrov brings it just past center. He fires it wide of Cale Morris and hit hard from behind. Brendan Warren attacked Dennis Gilbert down there off the boards. Nice check as Michigan now has got the first line back out there. Good play by Cutler Martin at center ice to stop the Irish rush. And Brendan Warren will play it off the boards back to himself. He continues to be out there with two of the big guns for Michigan, Marody and Calderon. Martin across to Boca, back to Cutler Martin, over to Cooper Marody. He skates to the middle, leaves it behind himself for an opportunity for Cutler Martin. He's going to come right in. A shot high and over top, and Boca could not keep it in on the other end. And so he'll have to skate all the way back down with it, pursued by Ogilvie, where he'll turn around, throw on the brakes, and then make a quick connecting pass with his defense mate tonight, Cutler Martin. In comes Michigan the other way, though. Winborg, an opportunity, just kind of fires it in front. Woo, and it goes through the crease. Danks had a look. Piazza shot, hit a body. Went off a Gross in front. Michigan continuing to try to attack here, and that one goes too far. They say it does go off of Michigan, though, so no icing as it goes all the way back into the Wolverine end, where Piazza picks it up, just rifles it off the boards. Wimborg went off the stick of Gross, and he had to backpedal to recollect. 3:22 remain in period number. Brings it in just past the blue line, going to throw on the brakes. A deflection, an opportunity there as it got deflected in front. They go all the way back to the point. Gross, and that one is loose in front. They battle away, and it goes all the way back down. Nice job to clear it out. And it goes just wide. Slaker is beaten, though, on the icing pursuit, and Peak pushes Slaker as they both went in after it.
That was a great job by Michigan again. Notre Dame with some good looks, in that puck, almost every time Notre Dame dumps it down in there, it gets stuck right in front, down in the honey hole right in front. But again, no sticks there to really put it past Levine.
And I think we have a timeout called by Michigan.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. Tired legs with the icing. They need to win the draw and just get it out. So we have this 1 minute timeout.
Control has definitely slipped a little bit for the Wolverines from where they were back in the first period, but the last couple minutes have really been an improvement on the offensive front. They've been producing more chances. So maybe just reinforcing that down on the bench for Mel Pearson.
This packed house doing hail to the victors as the Michigan timeout ticks down. 20 seconds remaining in the timeout. The players starting to skate away slowly.
It's been quite the year for the first-year head coach here for the Wolverines. Again, was here for so long as an assistant, went up to Michigan Tech, and now has come back to replace Red Berenson after a 3+ decade career with the Maize and Blue. And really, I don't know how many people thought Michigan would be in this position at this point this year.
Exceeding expectations.
After the roller coaster ride of last year that was a largely downhill roller coaster.
A tough season. The team really struggled to score a year ago. They've had some strong offensive performances this year. Slaker, Norris, Marody, Calderon, Danks, top six, and Lockwood when he was healthy were all very strong, empowering the team. But the defense has cleaned up, and Levine especially has emerged as one of the better goalies in the Big Ten. Michigan won the draw. They got it out, and now control in the Notre Dame zone. Now lost it, and out come the Gold Domers the other way. A centering opportunity went out in front, tipped off to the side, battle around behind. Ciccone pursues. Laying behind himself was Malmquist. They continue to just kind of scrap away. Michigan takes it free. They just need to clear it out, and they are really struggling to do so. But now the puck finally does come free. Ciccone circles around with it. Notre Dame gets a change. Long stretch pass up to James Sanchez. Lays it behind himself for Norris, who swings it all the way around the boards, but no one's there for Michigan to corral it. Sanchez gets over as fast as he can, but not before Notre Dame can clear it out. Cutler Martin battling with Tyson along the boards, and he'll just flip it in for Michael Pastuov. Goes in after it, and Martin has it again. The left point slings it behind for Pastuov once again. Goes into the corner, and they battle away. Morrison brings it out. Kim Morrison along the boards, and he plays it down behind Hayden Levine, who just touches it. Oh, and Boca just got trucked. Knocked down to the ice hard, swept straight off of his feet. Big hit there. Michael Pastuov leads it in for the Wolverines. He gets hit down hard as Notre Dame has an opportunity now on the rush as they come out. Jake Evans lays it behind, and now an opportunity in the middle. Knocked down, though. Can't quite clear it out, and they do. Both Pastuovs pursue after it as Notre Dame's looking to get a change, as will Michigan. Get the fourth line out there. 1 minute just about remaining, about 1:10 to go. Notre Dame controls behind their own net. Nardella skates up just past the Big Ten logo, now to the left side of the big block M at center ice. Levine holds it behind with the paddle. Gives it off to the top line for Michigan, who have now come out there, including the captain, Tony Calderone. And in on sides were Marody and Danks. An opportunity in front. Danks a shot. Whoa, it just went high and over top. A weird opportunity, just kind of puck appeared in front of him. And now another opportunity. Marody's got it in front. Leaves it off. Calderone. Shot. Scores! Tony Calderone! With 38.1 to go in period number 2. A weird just pinball puck. And it came loose and a snipe.
2 poor passes by Notre Dame left the puck wide open in the slot. And it was a great layoff by Cooper Marody to just set the puck for the captain, Tony Calderone. And he went right over the left shoulder of Cale Morris, and they finally break the deadlock here with just 38 seconds left in the second period.
It looked like Morris might have gotten a piece of it as it kind of deflected up and then tucked itself under the crossbar. 38.1 to go in period number 2, and if Michigan can just play the next 38 seconds safe and really, not give up any opportunities, they can enter the intermission with a lot of momentum. 28 seconds to go in period 2.
And it is a captain's contribution by Tony Calderone. He has been where Michigan needs him for the vast majority of the season, and in a game that really could have gone either way at this point, Michigan finally breaking out in front here just before the end of the second period.
And if I remember correctly, Calderone was the one who hit the post back in the first period.
He did as well, that little wrister right over in front on Morris, so maybe getting back for what he missed
and a
earlier.
puck in front, Norris, a shot, and a quick save by Cal Morris on Josh Norris.
Almost a back-to-backer.
Ooh, Notre Dame is, I think, going to just try to get into the intermission because this crowd is loud and they do not want to have to give up another goal. They're going to try for a quick chance, though. Jake Evans leaves it in, a shot behind. Ooh, and a nice save there by Hayden Levine. Puts the trapper on it. Some players for both teams looking at each other.
You get that feeling that those gloves are getting a little itchy here. They could be looking to go pretty soon, but they're going to get to the locker room before it happens. However, again, almost back-to-back, Michigan down on the other end. It was a great opportunity in front after a bad block. Left the puck wide open off the chest pad of Cale Morris, but Michigan unable to convert.
3.3 remaining in period number 2. If Norris can win the draw, it will end the second period. If Evans can win it, they might have a quick opportunity and a quick snapshot, perhaps. They've lined the snipers up behind. Malmquist is right there, and it's like Norris kicked out. They're going to bring Slaker in instead and just battle for loose on the ice. And that'll end period number 2. Michigan leads in shots 27-23 and leads in the more important tally 1-0. After 2 periods of play, they'll come back out for the third, trying to finish out the sweep of the number 1 team in the nation.
Well, that timeout from Mel Pearson really working. He called it with about 2.5 left in the period, and Michigan from that point setting the puck well. And really, it wasn't a set play. It was just a poor pass from Notre Dame that left the puck wide open in the slot. Marody lays off for Calderone, and he puts it into the 1-0 lead here for Michigan at the end of the second. That was a great call, by the way, Drain. Great goal call there from Tony Calderone. That's one to write home about. But finally, Michigan sneaking out in front, although Notre Dame has climbed back up in the shots tally.
A lot of that, though, from the power play, not as much from 5-on-5. They really were efficient.
Yep. But 27-23 shots still in favor of Michigan, and they've got a 1-0 lead in an all-important game here in Ann Arbor Big Big Ten matchup against the #1 Fighting Irish, and Michigan's going to look to put this one away. They just can't sit on the back heels when they come out in the third. That's about it here for the second period.
Yep, we will be back in about 15 or so minutes.
Here on WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan men's hockey. We'll be back in a few. Michigan 1, Notre Dame nothing as we go to the second period intermission. Go Blue. time and score a little bit more often.
Okay. And we are back here, just about 2 minutes remaining on the second intermission, getting ready for the third period of play between the Michigan Wolverines and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish here on WCBN Sports. I'm Alex Drain, joined by Jeremy Parks. Been a pretty even game so far. Michigan came out hot in the first period. Notre Dame kind of fought to a draw eventually. Some good chances for both sides, but the big goal for Michigan coming by Tony Calderon about 38 seconds left in the second period.
Well, Notre Dame, not really a team that's known for blowing teams out of the water. They do so well because they play so well in close games. So we'll have to see how they react here, down one at the start of the third period, trying to cling to that #1 in the country ranking. They are comfortably #1 in the Big Ten tournament seeding, but this is a big game for Michigan in terms of their seeding. So we'll see how both teams square up here. Michigan trying to hang on to a 1-goal lead.
Well, and this is a big game for Michigan in terms of whether or not we see these two teams play one more time. If Michigan doesn't win, there's a good chance Minnesota will pass them, and they'll be the 4. And if they were to win their first series, they would go to South Bend. If they do win, there's a decent chance that they could be the 3 seed and instead be playing for a trip to Columbus or potentially to host Michigan State.
And we'll have to see what becomes of it. But again, the goal that put Michigan ahead, a giveaway pass by Notre Dame in the defensive zone. It was picked up by Marody and left there for Calderon, who put it top shelf over the left shoulder of Cale Morris. And that was with just under a minute remaining.
It was really an awkward attempt to save it by Morris. He kind of just like hacked at it with his glove. As the horn sounds and both teams are heading back out to play, they've situated themselves on the benches. And the draws to be taken by both of the top lines, Cooper Marody and Jake Evans. Evans leads the Irish with 3 shots. Marody leads Michigan, tied with Norris for 4, 27-23 the shots overall. For Michigan, it was 15-2 at one point. The Irish have done a good job to storm back, efficient at shots on their power play, creating good looks. They've had 2 chances with the man advantage, unable to convert on either. And the draw won back by Evans. And the Irish defense will set it up. They played from behind pretty much the entire night on Friday, and they're going to have to do it here in the third. Marody takes it away in the neutral zone, and an opportunity in the offensive end. Nice job there, taken away and pushed out by Tyson all the way back into the Michigan end, where Quinn Hughes gets ready to just chip it up. And now Marody in on sides, a 3-on-2. He's got to look himself. He shoots, and it gets a piece of Morris and deflects up and over the cage. Nice-looking opportunity there. Marody, I think his first instinct was pass in the 3-on-2 situation, but the defensemen both hugged the edges, and so he had to lane up the middle to take that shot. Michigan quickly takes it away from Notre Dame. And Notre Dame is not a team that is particularly good at playing from behind. 19-3-1 when scoring the first goal, but not nearly a mark like that when they don't score first. They're a team that prides themselves on getting early leads and playing behind perhaps the best goaltender in the country, and an opportunity in front. Malmquist on a nice centering opportunity just tips it off of Hayden Levine, who has been very strong for the Wolverines tonight. And that one out in front, deflected and over to the side. Ogilvy passes it around. This is an extended look and a shot in on Levine. He sees it all the way, blocks it, and puts the trapper on it. 18:38 remaining in period number 3.
Well, and that's exactly why Michigan can't rest back on their laurels here with a 1-goal lead. Notre Dame's so dangerous offensively when they smell blood. Meanwhile, Levine's still out there blocking everything that comes his way. He is far tonight by the Irish.
So stellar has Ben Levine, and that shot blocked. And down in front, Levine was going to try to put the trapper on it, and it just squirted loose, unable to fully corral it. Taken away by the Irish, though. They keep it in, and now a look to the center. Taken away, though, by Brendan Warren. Nice play to just corral it, turn around, and bank it off the boards as it goes back down. The Irish will skate with it and try to set up the rush. Cook, strong pass across where he connects with Gross. Gross puts on the brakes, shot right into the glove of Levine. That's just easy.
And now Notre Dame's just taking pop shots, trying to maybe get a poor collect by Levine and try and scoop up something in front of goal, but
kind of looking like Penn State, just throwing things at net.
Yeah. Not the best strategy, at least with that look, that angle. That's comfortable for Levine every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Fourth line out there for the Wolverines. Nick Pastujov to take the draw up against Cal Burke, who is, I guess, now moved to the center position, even though he was listed as a winger. As they're kind of shuffling up lines, are the Irish trying to find something that can break the offensive lull and avoid a clean sweep of themselves. It goes all the way back down where Hellickson corrals it. He's the seventh defenseman playing for the Irish tonight. And a little pass up to Joe Wegworth, who had it and lost it, taken away by Jack Becker. Tried to find his line mate, Michael Pastujov, but instead he'll just rifle it in on Morris. Picks it up off one hop into the trapper for a whistle. Faceoff will come to his right in the Notre Dame end.
So Michigan trying to apply a little bit of pressure now. Had to absorb a couple blows from Notre Dame to open the third period. They've got a little wiggle room here. As Calderon is out on the ice. The difference maker so far here tonight.
Michigan trying to become the first team all season long to sweep the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. When they've lost, it's just been one game in a series, or they've tied the next one. Have not dropped two to any team. And now an opportunity in front for Marodi, and he got pushed to the side. Nice physical defense from Notre Dame, but the pass too far for Morris, and Ciccone will beat him to it, but no icing. And I think Michigan was not ready for that. Hughes kind of went in after it like he didn't know it was not an icing, and here we come, 3-on-2. Michigan on the rush. Norris hands it off to Calderon. Nice glove save there by Morris. Determined to not let Calderon beat him for a third time. The second one went off in the first.
A good screen there, but a nice glove snag up over the left shoulder there by Cale Morris. But a 3-on-2 break, and again, all building off of a poor Notre Dame pass.
And that was kind of a nice play there for Norris. Just came right off the bench, and the puck was just sitting there, and he started the rush. Piazza shot right in on Morris, and now Michigan the same sort of thing, just throwing it in on net, forcing faceoffs.
Prolonging the proceedings here as we're just under 3 minutes into the third period. 31-27 shots in favor of Michigan, and 1-0 in favor in the score column.
Cal Morris, talented sophomore from Larkspur, Colorado, has held the Irish in it, and now a chance for Piazza. That one goes just wide, and now centering, another opportunity. Piazza fires, and that one deflected, and a good save by Morris coming out. He continues to get the big saves that Notre Dame needs to keep themselves in the game. Backhand down into the Notre Dame end where Josh Norris pursues, and now a takeaway right out in front. Norris, an opportunity, just couldn't settle it down and get it on his stick, and he angrily kind of fires it out towards the defenseman.
There was a lot of hand-eye there that he had to complete, had to knock that puck out of the air, try and put it down to the stick, and then get it to the tape and up, and just ran out of room across the face of goal.
Yep, just kind of tripped over his own skates, came a little wobbly as Cutler Martin plays it along the boards, and both teams, no one really wanting to touch that thing because they were in the process of changing, don't want to take the too many men penalty. It goes into the corner where Notre Dame pursues it. Torridello after it, and now they come the other way. Brendan Warren leads the rush for Michigan, pursued by a number of Irishmen. His centering opportunity looking for Dakota Raby wasn't there. Raby down low with Adam Winborg. Winborg's wraparound just got his pocket picked from behind, and it broke out of the wraparound position, came all the way out, and Tyson picks it up for the Irish, brings it in to the Michigan zone. Cook in deep with Cutler Martin. Martin playing for the first time in a while. Done a good job tonight. Michigan's defense as a whole has been pretty strong. Brendan Warren just gets past center as he rifles it in. So no icing. The Irish will set up, both teams in process of getting a change. The fourth line now out there for Michigan. And intercepted by Michael Pastujov. He takes it away, and all alone into the zone himself. He takes a shot, and just barely hanging on to the save was Cal Morris. And now some pushing in the behind the net.
Laying down on his back there is Nick Pastujov. He got tackled by Cook, I think, as he came by on the shot attempt. Mike did.
And the referees continue to try to sort this out. A physical game between two Big Ten teams.
It was a bear hug tackle by Cook, but you could make the argument that he was falling to the ice and was just looking for maybe an anchor to hold on to. No call comes of it.
15-17 remaining in period 3. Shots 33-27 in favor of Michigan. And we got a face-off infraction coming a little bit too soon was Jack Jenkins. So they'll wave it off and do it again. And this time, Nick Pastuov squirts it over into the corner where Becker picks it up. Becker skates down around the red line, passes it up to Hughes. Hughes waits with it, gives it over to Michael Pastuov. Down in front is Jack Becker, slings it behind himself, looking for somebody. And now Michael Pastuov takes it away. Nick's got it down behind. He'll skate and curl around. He goes down hard to the ice, and losing it is Ciccone, but that's what I thought. There was going to be a penalty, and there is. Lee going to the bench is Hayden Levine. So a Michigan power play coming up, and the Irish now do touch. Jenkins hits Pastuov hard, and we've got a penalty coming to Notre Dame with 14:41 remaining in period number 3 as both teams get a timeout. Our under 15 media timeout. It'll be Hellickson.
Might be a holding here for 2 minutes.
It was on that wraparound.
We will confirm, but I wouldn't be surprised. That was the most apparent thing to me on that play, but we'll get the official call in a minute. But Michigan now with another prime opportunity to advance on a 1-goal lead.
And this is a crucial moment in this game. We have a Jumbotron look back in time at Michigan hockey teams of old.
It's going to be a hooking call, actually, here on Matt Hellickson.
Either one going to make sense in terms of how the play was developing. We're looking at Bob Gassoff, a Michigan hockey alum from 1997 to 2001, also served in the United States Navy, won the national title with the Wolverines in 1998. Helped hang a handful of CCHA banners as well. And the crowd salutes him. Both teams getting ready to break out of their timeouts and go back down there.
Family there with him. Yep. A lot of youngins. Kind of our second military honor of the night, as well as an alumni honor.
So it'll be a Michigan power play. They're going to send out the main guys. Top line of Calderon, Marody, and Danks. Hughes and Ciccone, the defenseman. Marody to take the draw, and he does just lose it. And off to the side, Calderon battling for it. Slings it around the boards. Ciccone is just going to chip it to keep it in, but struggling to establish possession at the current moment. Ciccone, ooh, nice job, though, to pinch in and hold it at the point. Marody's got it on the right side. He skates laterally to his right, now passed down in front, and Calderon just going to sling it at the net. Goes off the boards and now chipped high up into the air where Quinn Hughes puts on the brakes, and an opportunity for Notre Dame as they get in, but a centering pass for Ogilvie never connected with him, and the forecheck seizes. Jake Evans is going to go off, and Ogilvie will try to get off too as they will look to get a change, but Ciccone comes shooting all the way into the offensive zone, and he fires one all the way through the crease. Hughes manages to back it up at the point. Sends it down low, looking for Ciccone, the defenseman playing catch right now, trying to set up a play. They leave it off for Hughes. He'll skate down low. Waits, holds, just stops with it to Ciccone. Back to Hughes. Hughes will skate right in. He'll dangle a shoot, and unable to get it in on net, perhaps looking for a deflection. Marody, nice find to Calderon. Danks gets it around for Hughes. Gives it over to Ciccone. They're just looking for the perfect passing lane. Ciccone will skate down front with it, and they're going to get a penalty. Looks like a trip down front on Dexter Danks. Danks does not like it. He's frustrated and jawing, perhaps maybe a flop on Notre Dame, not sure.
Just a hair off the play, and you're right. He's going to try and argue his case, but
oh, now we got it's going to be double minors, actually.
Perhaps a little contact down low.
Something. Jordan Gross, who I presume was the guy in front with him, will both go to the box. So it'll be a 4-on-3 power play, I believe.
I think it'll stay 4-on-4.
5-on-4, perhaps that was...
Yeah, he got him for the push in the back. but then he also got clipped by the goaltender Morris. So it was a poor penalty by Danks and a poor response by Cale Morris. So it's actually going to be
serving for Morris.
Yeah.
So 39 seconds left on the power play. The second unit comes out there. Josh Norris to take the draw. Matched up against Jake Evans, and he does win it back. Nick Boca, who had to make a quick pass to keep it in the zone. But even so, Michigan battling down there, and now it comes out in front. No one able to corral it. Notre Dame's got to find a way to clear it, and they do. Just getting a piece enough to bank it off the boards. About 13 minutes remaining in period number 3. Our score remains Michigan 1, Notre Dame 0. Boca rifles it in, about 20 seconds left on the power play. Out to the point. Boca tried to keep it in, was unable to. It'll be an offsides, and that should just about kill off the power play. Some good looks, but
wasn't really a power play at this point either. 4-on-4. Danks eliminating the Wolverines' chance on the power play, and that's a free kill for Notre Dame.
12:52 remaining in period number 3. 11 seconds remaining in that initial penalty, and then it'll just be down to the 2 men in the box. Piazza just slings it in on Morris, who shovels it aside, battling for it in the corner, trying to pick it out. Winborg and Warren down there, slings it in front. Oh, and Raby, a poke check, slings the puck just wide of the net, and Hellickson, who is now out of the box, he gets it across to Bobby Nardella, one of his defense partners. Comes over on the boards, and now just out to Dello. Slings it across, and now an opportunity where it's taken away on the boards by Michigan. Getting in there was Warren, just chips it up and continuing to sustain some pressure as they chip away and battle away in that right corner. Some chants going up from the Michigan crowd. Packed house for the last Big Ten regular season home game. And we got a face-off coming back outside the Michigan zone. Might have been played with a high stick. Wasn't sure exactly what that call was. But the face-off looks like will come out to center ice. 11:55 remaining in period 3. Michigan 1, Notre Dame nothing. Michigan's played well here in the first 8 minutes, controlling play for the most part. And that draw won back by Norris, but significantly far as Hughes had to backtrack all the way now behind his own net to pick it up, and here he comes. Pass over to Sanchez, goes off the boards, and a high rising shot by Saccone. Oof. Depends on if someone got a piece. I think they say that Notre Dame did get a piece, causing it to go up into the netting.
You're right. Otherwise, you're looking at a man advantage for the Irish off just kind of an errant clip from the neutral zone. So.
An airmail goes just high into the netting, but Notre Dame did touch it. The faceoff to the left of Morris, where Josh Norris, he continues to be very strong in the faceoff circle this period. A shot goes in on Morris, deflected down in front. Nice job to get a deflection. Now Saccone pinches in to keep it into the zone, and he does so. Slaker now behind. He's pushed around. Gets it over to Saccone, and Saccone, a deflection in front by Norris on the shot from Saccone, tipped up into the air and grabbed out of the sky by Cale Morris for a freeze. We'll have another faceoff in the Notre Dame zone.
That was a clean snag there for Cale Morris. That was a really good look off the deflection for Josh Norris in front. Just tried to lift it up over that stick up into the corner again.
11:22 remaining in period number 3, and the game for that matter. Probably the last period of action that Michigan will see against Big Ten opponents. 11:22 in the game, and it is taken away now by Marodi. He's down in front, going to try a little wraparound, but a nice poke check down there by Burke. And Notre Dame will get it out. Long rush and a pass just a little bit too far for anyone. It'll be an icing. Gilbert, the one who could not connect. So 11:05 remaining. The horn sounds, not sure why, but come down for an icing. Notre Dame will have to keep their guys out there, while Michigan perhaps will get some fresh legs. I think Sanchez might have had something happen with his helmet. Equipment malfunction as he'll go off onto the bench. The first line will go out there for Michigan. Marodi to take the draw against Jake Evans in the top line for Notre Dame. Marodi takes the draw and wins it. Back to Nick Boca. Over across to Danks. A shot goes just wide of the net, and he gets battled around. Now it comes out free, and here they go the other way. Malmquist had it, lost it. Nice job by Boca to take it away from him as Michigan continues to stifle any Notre Dame rush before it even really enters the zone. Cutler Martin played it off the boards. Danks put it behind himself, and Marodi now plays it over to his line mate, Danks. Danks has got an opportunity, and a shot goes high up into the air, and Morris regains it as he got crashed into. Coming down from behind was Dennis Gilbert, it looks like, along with Nick Boca.
Yep.
Boca was a trailer, but Calderon decided to take the shot instead of dish it.
Went flying as the net comes off its moorings.
10:34 remaining in period 3. Shots 36-27. Nice job by Morris to just grab it.
It was dangling right out in front there. He had to make kind of an extended reach with that left glove and get to it before a flying Boca could come and knock it through with his body.
10:34 to play, and the fourth line for Michigan out there. Pastuov sort of just kind of tied up the draw. Notre Dame able to get it out of their own zone, and now trying to attack in the Michigan end, but now Michigan rushed the other way. Nick Pastuov and Jack Becker. Becker will slow down and just lay it for Pastuov behind himself as they sling it around. Luke Martin has it. Martin passes it across too far to connect with anyone. Michael Pastuov there trying to grab it. And now Nick takes a shot as it gets blocked, unable to come in on net. And now rifled down into the Michigan end. Luke Martin plays it, and now a centering pass in front. Hit Levine, and out come the other way. 3-on-2 opportunity for Michigan, but tired legs on that fourth line. Michael Pastuov just lays it behind for Jack Becker, unable to really produce a great offensive play with just how tired they've been out there for a while. Ciccone, a pass across Hughes, and it's deflected in front. Pops all the way back out where Ciccone then takes a shot. That gets blocked down by Becker. Nice little pass across for Hughes. He's going to skate to his right with it and rip a shot that goes just wide of the net. And now rattled all the way back behind as Michigan's forwards will get off. Ciccone decided not to try to pinch and keep it in as Notre Dame also in the process of a change. They just played off the boards. Under halfway gone here in the third period, approaching the 9-minute mark. Shots 37-27 in favor of the Wolverines. Quinn Hughes has it. Passes it over to Jake Slaker. Slaker curls with it and spins, does a little 360 around behind his own net. Michigan just playing catch to try to avoid Notre Dame touching it. Now Slaker an offensive rush opportunity as he slides around the side, now goes into the corner, battled for, and the puck comes out, grabbed by Notre Dame. Here they come. Morrison brings it on in, and he's got an opportunity, tries to backhand, and a shot was blocked by Ciccone. Nice job to get down low to block it, but an opportunity, and there's another shot blocked. Josh Norris takes it off the shoe, and it pops out into the netting, and both teams will head off to their benches for the under 10-minute commercial timeout.
Michigan still applying the pressure. They've really been the only offensive aggressor the last 5 or so minutes. They've added a few shots on their tally. They're now up by 10, 37-27. Still hanging on to that 1-0 lead, but this coin could flip in a minute. Got to stay strong at both ends here. As things getting a little more uneasy, I guess, as we get towards the end here.
Well, Michigan's got to be able to close this thing out. Something they've struggled with all season long. They blew leads at Wisconsin. They blew a lead at Penn State. They've just had trouble securing the leads. Almost had a nerve-wracking one where they were up 3 goals with about 2 minutes left and allowed 2 to Penn State back here about a month ago. But, again, they've gotten better as the season has gone on. And that's perhaps the most encouraging thing about this squad that Pearson has put together is how they have really shown their improvement. And now as we get towards March, I don't think there's a whole lot of teams that want to play Michigan.
In either hockey or basketball, looking like a danger on both the court and on the ice.
Well, this is one of the things in hockey where, you know, it's one game and you only have to win 2 to get to the Frozen Four. And, you know, almost every year there's almost a 4 seed that makes it to the Frozen Four. So if Michigan can just get in at all, they're dangerous.
And again, this would do so many good things for Michigan's resume trying to get into the NCAA tournament. could almost all but take the Big Ten tournament out of the equation in terms of importance. But
as long as they take care of business against
Right.
Arizona State next weekend.
Yep.
Arizona State, the 5th worst team in college hockey, according to Pairwise. Really, just their 2nd season in Division I, they've struggled to build a program. And there's a shot in on Levine. Nice job to hug it. And we'll get a new face-off. 8:22 remaining in this game. Period number 3. It'll be Jenkins and Marody doing it one more time. And it is the Irish who win it, and a shot is blocked once again. And another shot blocked by Danks. He gets down and takes it off the body, and that shot goes high up into the air. And getting down is Calderon to put his glove on it and make sure nothing came of that. Danks plays it off the boards, and he goes zipping in after it. Danks gets hit up hard against the boards, and it goes over into the left point where they continue to go after it, and Dexter Danks reclaims, just flips it up into the air. Knocked down at the blue line by Jordan Gross, the assistant captain, as it goes down. Martin at the blue line trying to keep it out as he battles against Jenkins in the corner as now it goes into the Michigan defensive zone. Raby plays it off the boards, and Nardella will have to grab it at center ice. About 7:30 remaining in this game. Morrison had a pass go off his stick, just a little too hot for him to handle. And now Raby holds it, and we got to have a hand pass, perhaps? And I think that is indeed going to be the call. Face-off will stay in the Michigan end.
Still fighting it off here are Michigan, trying to get rid of some of those lazy jitters.
7:25 remaining in period 3. Notre Dame has got some veteran presence, including their captain in the face-off circle, Jake Evans. But the draw is won by the Swede Winborg as it goes up against the boards. Ogilvie played it down, and Raby's without a stick. He's going to need to try to fix that as they just flip it up into the Notre Dame zone to get a change and to get him his stick. Sanchez comes in and plays it off the boards as Michigan is now cycled to their second line. Norris out there and Slaker as well. Taken away by Saccone, and now out to Norris. He brings it in past the blue line, comes right in, and a shot high and rising over top of the net. And now it comes around off the boards, battled for, and Ogilvie takes a big hard check from Jake Slaker. Hughes is going to get there first, and he gets kind of harassed. No call, though, as it goes over into the left side corner. Switching sides, Saccone battles, and now takes it away. Here comes Slaker. He plays it off the boards, high into the air, goes all the way back down. 6:30 remaining in period number 3. Notre Dame holding it in their own zone, waiting with it. Pass across for Matt Hellickson, and it's going to be taken away by Warren, and Winborg is the one who flips it down. They were past the red center ice line, so no icing. Notre Dame picks it up and continues to pursue. Another nice check there by the Wolverines. Winborg that time as the puck is flipped up into the air, grabbed down by Cook at center ice, and now played off the boards by Brendan Warren as it goes in behind. Morris kind of got a little bit of trouble with his own defenseman there. They ran into each other and forced to just kind of flip it down the ice. Michigan recollects, stretch pass, tipped off the stick of the Wolverines and all the way back down. Both teams just continue to reset and get new bodies out there. Grinding it out under 6 minutes remaining in this game. Going wide of Levine. Martin gets it out to center ice where Becker and Pastuov and the other Pastuov go in after it. Michael Pastuov goes in after a whiff there, and he's got an opportunity down below. He picks it out, gives it on there on a nice strong forecheck along with Becker, and out come the Irish. That pass too far for Cal Burke. Boca in after it, but now taken away by Burke. He's going to look for a centering pass, but just fanned on it. And now Michigan battles for it in the corner. The Pastuovs have it and lost it. Now taken away. Jack Jenkins. Oh, and a good shot blocked there by Boca.
Had to go all the way down to the gut to get the kick away.
And now they just try to get a rebound off the boards where it's pursued into the corner. Nardella goes in after it and up against the boards. He'll skate down deep in a shot. Ooh, and a nice save by Levine. Continuing to battle. Short angle shot. Continuing to fight. Michigan's got to clear it out, and they finally do. Chipped in off the boards. That's Notre Dame's probably their best opportunity of this third period to get the game-tying goal. 4:30 remaining as the puck comes all the way out to Saccone, who flips it for Calderon. Couldn't quite hit him. Danks looked to center to his centerman, Marodi, unable to connect. And out they come the other way. Pass up by Malmquist to Dennis Gilbert, the defenseman. A high-rising shot goes way over top the net, bounces off the glass, and rattles all the way back down into the Notre Dame end. Morrison has it, and the Irish starting to get more aggressive here, sensing that it is closing time. If they cannot get that game-tying goal, holding in at the point was Wade. Back down to Morrison. He's going to try to center. It goes off short side of the net, never hit Levine. Norris and Hughes have it. Hughes just puts it off the boards. A pair of freshmen going in after it. And now Sanchez pursuing. Ogilvy's got it. An opportunity for a 3-on-2. Ogilvy a shot, and that it goes off the glove of Levine.
About a minute, maybe a minute and 20 left before Notre Dame's going to have to start the pull.
3:30 remaining in this game. Michigan trying to put the finishing touches on a shutout victory and a sweep of Notre Dame. They've got to just continue to play this strong defense. As going down to the ice in the corner was Warren, and he has to get up and grab his stick as Notre Dame recollects, and that pass offsides. 3:09 remaining as we have the under 5-minute timeout. The last sprint upcoming.
Getting a little chippy here. Notre Dame definitely putting that puck in a little faster, shooting a little bit better here with the closing minutes coming down to it, and Cale Morris going to come over to the bench. He'll get a little water, wipe off the old mitts there, and he's going to be getting pulled in just about 60 seconds if they fail to score here. So he's going to get his instructions. He'll get what time they want to pull him.
Well, I think the good thing for Michigan and the thing that they have to continue to do is how they've been stifling Notre Dame in the neutral zone and preventing any sustained Irish rush for the most part here in this third period. There haven't been a whole lot of good Irish looks on Hayden Levine. And the shots as a whole, Michigan had really pulled ahead in the shots in this period of play until Notre Dame, a flurry of opportunities, have kind of pulled them a little bit closer than they were.
3:09 as Morris skates out to the
shots overall 10-8 Michigan here in the third period.
Watch for Notre Dame to push really hard. Levine has stood tall so far. He hasn't allowed a single thing by him on 31 shots.
He's been good, but he also, again, despite the 31 shots for Notre Dame, there haven't been a ton of quality looks.
There have been some good ones, but yep, his job has not been as hard as it could be with 31 so far tonight. But Notre Dame's about to unleash the firestorm here to try and get that goal back and avoid having to pull.
Michigan needs to stand tall in the neutral zone and create opportunities to get that empty net goal when the time does come. It's now in the Michigan end. Malmquist goes in after it. Morris is staying in his net as expected. Now an opportunity for a big shot. Oh, that one just goes wide. Perhaps for a redirect. Didn't hit anyone to potentially have it. Luke Martin goes in deep after it. Piazza picks it up. He slaps it off the boards, and now the Pastrovs, they block it out. And now Michael Pastrov was thinking about going after it, but he knows that he had to get a change. Both teams looking to reset up their skaters, and out comes the top line for Michigan. Calderon, Danks, and Marodi. Marodi, nice job there in the neutral zone. That's exactly what we were talking about. Stifling Notre Dame in the neutral zone as the Irish decide to just give up and get a little change. Ciccone plays his pass with Hughes, and now Danks plays it off the boards. 2:15 remaining. If Michigan can create a sustained rush, they can try to stop Morris from coming out. Here comes Dennis Gilbert. Nice pass across to Ogilvy. It's blocked in front. The shot. Oh, and a great save by Levine. Gilbert pass across to Jordan Gross. His shot goes high and over top the net. Ciccone picks it up, leaves it behind. That was a dangerous-looking pass, and now they go right out in front, and that shot goes wide of the net. 1:50 remaining, yet Morris still not out, and that shot by Morrison blocked by Ciccone. Morrison leaves it behind. Looking, can Calderon chip? And no, he cannot quite get it out.
Here comes Morris.
Morris is out. Ciccone goes down behind the play, and we're going to get a stoppage.
As Jenkins skates in as the sixth man, and Notre Dame will have the face-off with the man advantage here.
The ever-important face-off.
1:31 left, and boy, pandemonium. That was especially that one going right up off the chest blocker of Levine as he gets it up and over the left-hand shoulder there, but Notre Dame coming hard and fast here. They do not want to drop.
1:31 remaining in period number 3. Can Michigan hang on to a 1-0 lead?
There's a lot of skates in a small ice area here. Michigan got to get some bodies in front and just try and block her up.
Notre Dame will take their timeout. Michigan used theirs in the second right before they scored. Notre Dame going to try to do the same.
Boy, coming down to a barn burner of a finish here in Ann Arbor as Michigan, as you said, looks to become the first team this year to sweep the #1 Fighting Irish.
Well, they won't be #1 on Monday. We know that much. Michigan's defeat of them on Friday more than likely will bounce them out regardless, but 30 seconds left in the Irish timeout as this crowd is noisy.
It's about the loudest we've heard Yost so far this season. A sellout, standing room only crowd ready to see a Michigan victory, a Michigan sweep.
If they can just hang on, and the big key here is can they win that draw and get it immediately chipped out, because then they can set up their attackers at center ice, try to stop any rush, create an opportunity to fire it into that empty net. As Morris sitting on the bench, 1:31 remaining, 1-0 Michigan. Shots now 37-31 in favor of the Wolverines. Michigan is going to go with Norris in the face-off circle. He's been good in this third period. Can he beat Jake Evans? And sort of. And it goes just chipped up and out of play over the glass, and the face-off will stay in the Michigan end.
Let's do it again.
Yep, 3 seconds go off the clock, and we'll do it one more time. Norris and Evans looking for a much cleaner win than that first one. And once again, not very clean, but it comes out to the Irish. They're going to set up the offense. Ogilvy's shot goes wide. Malmquist goes in after it on the boards, and he dekes out Raby. Tries to go deep and look for an opportunity. Nardella at the point sends it across to Gross. Look for Michigan to get down and block a shot. Gross has it. Across to Nardella. He waits with it. Back across to Gross. He skates and waits. Looking for a block opportunity was Raby. They continue to fire around, and that shot is blocked. Goes up in the air. It's loose in front of the net. Where is it? It's on the ice. They get it out. Boca fires it off the boards. To the point is Gross. He sends it around. And another slapper. That shot loose in front of that. Oh, it just goes wide.
Had a wide open net on the backhand side, did Ogilvy, and he couldn't put it home.
Nardella to Gross. That shot blocked in front. Can they just clear it out? That one in front. Boca, nobody. It's loose in front. They continue to battle, and it just goes wide. They continue to fight behind the net. The Irish have it battling away. Now in front. That shot is blocked. They continue to jam. Levine puts the pad down. Whoa, doggy.
Sweet Mary.
Helter skelter.
3 open net opportunities for Notre Dame. They can't put a stick to it.
So 25 seconds left. That was a full minute of sustained pressure for Notre Dame. Michigan unable to clear.
Every butt in the building is up.
On their feet, 24.4 remaining.
Boy, the backhand side opportunity wide open there for Ogilvy, and he just sends it wide.
As We Will Rock You plays Norris to take the draw with Evans, and he can't really win it, but it comes free to Marodi. He puts it off the boards. The race for Calderon to the potential empty netter, and Notre Dame gets there, just plays a backhand. If Michigan can keep it out in the neutral zone,
Michigan
they cannot. An opportunity to look. Burke a shot. It's blocked. Saccone, can he just clear it out? 6 seconds, 5. If they can keep it free in the middle, Hughes has it. He puts it off the boards. 2 seconds, 1. Michigan wins. 1-0. A huge victory.
Boy, they had to fight it off to the last bloody second, but Michigan comes out with a 1-0 win.
That was as exciting of a last minute 30 as you will ever see, and Hayden Levine had to earn the shutout tonight. 34 saves. Michigan sweeps the Irish.
Cool as a cucumber. Between the pipes, Hayden Levine. What a night.
As we said, he didn't have to make a lot of big saves for the first 19 or 18 minutes and 30 seconds, but in that last minute 30, he had to stand tall.
And that is your player of the night for the Wolverines. Hayden Levine doesn't let a single one by on 34 shots.
As he gets the high fives from the coaching staff and the handshake line assembles, these two teams potentially done seeing each other. We'll see how Minnesota does next week as they have 2 games remaining in their slate. And we update the Big Ten standings. Michigan now earning their 38th point of the season. Notre Dame 50 points still. Ohio State with 39. They've clinched the 2nd seed. Michigan has now clinched a home playoff series. So it'll all come down to if Minnesota loses 1 game next weekend, Michigan will be the 3 seed. If Minnesota sweeps whoever they are playing, they will be the 3 seed. So Michigan will host Arizona State here next weekend before starting up the Big Ten tournament play the weekend after that against either Wisconsin or Penn State here at Yost as they tap the sticks at center ice.
The first team to sweep Notre Dame this season.
And that will boost them up in the pairwise. They were 14th entering tonight. Probably be around 12th or 11th entering tomorrow, closing in on their first NCAA tournament berth since 2016.
The 3rd shutout of the season for Hayden Levine as well, and what a night to get it.
A really hard-fought battle between these 2 teams as the players go off into their respective ends. And the children of Yost, the student section, sway as this sellout, packed house, standing room only crowd files out.
As they sing, hurrah for the yellow and blue. That'll do it for us with WCBN Sports. A Michigan weekend sweep of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, 1-0. Gotta love it.
Just an all-around good weekend for Michigan sports. They won the women won the swimming Big Ten championship for the 3rd straight year down in Columbus yesterday. And the Michigan sweep of Notre Dame beating a rival. Michigan basketball beats Ohio State, beating a rival. An all-around good weekend.
And we will be back on Friday on air on 88.3 WCBN FM Ann Arbor with Michigan and Arizona State.
Trying to close out the regular season strong.
Until then, you can tune in to WCBN Sports for all your necessary coverage. Alex Drain, I'm Jeremy Parks. As always, good night and go blue. Michigan won. Notre Dame none.